Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is another episode of reviewing NHL teams so far. As today, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning, as we are so close from finishing every team off. And we're also so close to starting up the new hockey season. It's only 10 days away, ladies and gents. Well, tomorrow will be 9 days away, so it's absolutely exciting stuff. I'm ready for the new hockey season, and even though I do have to go back to school, at least I'll have hockey to help me with all the school bull crap that we go through. Anyways, let's get into talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning. But before we do, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to slap that subscribe button. That'll be very much appreciated, and hit that like button as well. And also check out my Twitch. I've been doing tons of Twitch streams on there. I'm actually setting up a bunch of stuff so we could do play-by-play during some games during the regular season for hockey, and not just that, maybe during the World Juniors as well. So we'll have to see how that all pans out. So let's get into talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning, as they pulled off some crazy crap this offseason, as they have $15.8 million in the LTIR and have $97 million of projected cap hit. And now you're probably asking me, well, Peyton, the cap hit in the league is $81.5 million. Yep. I don't know how the hell Tampa Bay pulled this thing off, but holy crow. They were just, I never even realized that you could put that much money on the ITLR, as they got Nikita Kucherov on there, who is going to be out for this season, which really sucks for the Tampa Bay Lightning, but they will be getting, of course, Steven Stamkos back in the lineup. They also picked up Marian Gaborik and Anders Nielsen in a deal with the Ottawa Senators, as we'll quickly check out here, as they picked up, they traded away Colborne and Cedric Paquette for a second round pick for Gaborik and Nielsen to practically put that money on the LTIR, and saved up enough money so they now have $81.5 million with this current roster, which is just absolutely insane. They had Cirelli, they had Cernak, and Sergachev all qualified offered, and a lot of people were suspecting that maybe someone was going to qualify offer one of those players, or maybe they were going to be traded, and that wasn't the case. Bristol was able to sign Cirelli, Cernak, and Sergachev. Not just that, they also signed Maroon and Cernak, and Rudda, not Cernak, to some money as well. And they were able to get all their youngsters back. I don't know how Yzerman or Bristol is able to handle the cap of this team, but it is absolutely mad that I cannot comprehend, because this is absolutely amazing what the Tampa Bay Lightning pulled off. And not just that, the contracts that they pulled off. Cirelli for $4.8 million for 3 years is fantastic. Cernak at 3 years for $2.95 million is fantastic. And same with Sergachev. This team could potentially build up a dynasty with how cheap their contracts are right now. Now, the only issues are like Kilroy and Johnson, but you practically had the same team as last year looking at it, right? Like, your offensive core, look at the offensive core. You got Platt, Braden Shen, Stamkos back in the lineup, and the rest of your lineup looks pretty damn good, right? You were able to keep Goudreau for a pretty cheap deal. Your defensive core practically looks the same, with able to get Sergachev and Cernak back, which I never thought was going to be a possible case, since they didn't have enough money, and no one was biting on Johnson or Kilroy, right? No one was bouncing on those guys. So what do? Well, you pick up some LTIR players and Gaborik and Nielsen, and Kucherov's out of the lineup for the year. It's absolutely amazing what Bristol was able to do, in the contracts that he was given to people like Cirelli and like Sergachev and like Cernak. It's just amazing. And this team is a serious competitor for that Stanley Cup for the next year, and not just that, the coming years. They do have a pretty lenient division, if I'm sure. I can't remember which division it is again, but the Tampa Bay Lightning, yeah, it's that really weak division that the Tampa Bay Lightning have. So they're gonna have a cakewalk. Jesus. But honestly, and not just that, the future squad that they got coming in, like Radish, who I am really excited for as a fan, a guy who's played for the Erie Otters there, who is a big power forward, a guy that can potentially be a very good player there for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I'm really excited. And their training camp, they got a lot of good players that could potentially be some big roster names for the Tampa Bay Lightning, especially since you're so up against the cap right now. You're going to be having to use those young players. And also, you got Matthew Joseph, which is the reason why you could trade away Cedric Paquette, because how well Matthew Joseph has played in the past. And I think when you give him that ice time, I think Matthew Joseph will do great there, maybe as a fourth line centerman. And you got Mitchell Stevens as well, who is a New York Islander pick. Was a New York Islander pick and was actually an Oilers pick that we traded for the Matthew Barzal. That was the Griffin Reinhart deal. But anyways, he was another player that played a little bit for the Tampa Bay Lightning this year in the playoffs there, only about 7 games, but he did play a bit, his name on the cup, so that's good for him. But the Tampa Bay Lightning do look like a very good team. I'm excited about them. This offseason was just fantastic. I think I'm going to give them an A+. They didn't really lose anyone but Kucherov. They gained people in Steven Stamkos, and they signed everyone to nice contracts. Now, yeah, sure, you could have maybe built up a little bit more depth, but this was a Stanley Cup winning team last year, and it could potentially be another Stanley Cup winning season again this year and be a very dominant team in the NHL, and that's the way I see it. So this is the first team I think that's going to ever get an A+, and reviewing NHL teams, maybe in the future we might see another A+, but this was just an absolute brilliant offseason, up and down for Bruce Ball. No one thought they were going to be able to keep Cirelli, Cernak, and Sergachev, but they were able to keep all 3. That was absolutely amazing. Tell me, guys, what you guys think of the grade, and tell me, guys, what grade you would give the Tampa Bay Lightning for their offseason. I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys all later. Adios, amigos.